hmm It is Friday morning, the 24th of April. And let me just right away say thank you, everyone who may watch this. The amount of love and support that I've received in the last, since I found out about my old friend passing, has just been overwhelming and totally reassuring from all parts of the world. Thank you all so much for being with me and caring. Um, I do want to share that my friendship with Wanda was current, and we had just spoken this week via Facebook. She had, like I said, she'd been sick, on and off, but she'd gotten well enough to get out of the hospital. She was being cared for at home. No one has said COVID. I don't know if that was it. I think it was cancer. But the deal was she was still optimistic and pure Wanda. Wanda was the Earth Mother. She was the kind of hippie chick, that, yeah, you would want to meet. Except she wasn't beautiful in the face. She was a plain Jane until you saw her eyes. Okay? That was the depth of the soul, is the eyes. And the deal was we were in contact because she was saying, well, I want to have this special thing for my daughter in September. It would really be nice if I could get you to play for it. And I get asked to do stuff like this a lot, and I say no. I was going to do it for her. Just so you know, I just spoken to her. Our relationship was current. I had a good cry yesterday. A good cry. Grief is about our loss, but I allowed myself to go ahead and cry through that and feel a lot of other things, regarding injustice and ongoing racism and just how deeply it hurts my sense of what's right, the way the world continues to go. That guts my soul. I hate it, So I allowed myself to grieve that as well. So thank you, folks, again for being so understanding, and I gotten just geez, I don't count. It's over 1,000, maybe a couple thousand messages. When I get up this morning. Wow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Speaking in numbers, I see that my subscription number has just ticked over the 21,000 mark. I always like to mark those moments, 21,000 people at one time or another thought it was worth their time to click the subscribe button, and I never asked for it. That's kind of cool. Now, the fact that only 1,000 people watch each video in on average, that's wonderful. I mean, the fact that anyone is interested at all is great. Like I said, once I discovered I could do this, like I want to do this. I want to make videos and talk about records. And then as time went on, it became obvious I just need to talk about whatever I need to talk about here. This is an outlet for me, for all of us. So today is Friday. At 4 Central, Higgs Corner will be a part of Stupid Morning Bullshit on Adult Swim. Have a look. I haven't seen it yet because they do this post-production stuff and I haven't seen it yet. So when you see it today, I'll see it for the first time. I'm looking forward to it, And there's also a little bit of trepidation because, when others are, the way that they produce it is out of my hands. And sometimes it's like, well, I don't see myself like this, but that's why I say, maybe I'm a little bit of Asperger's or something. I see what I see and want it that way. But anyway, 21,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much. Thank you. To talk about music, and I will talk about the president because it is ridiculous, okay? But the other day when I was playing bass, I pulled out a couple of old albums that are actually really important to me on a whole lot of levels. And one of them I played the bass to. I'll show that one next. It was really, really comforting and just, man, so cool. Isaac Hayes, Hot Buttered Soul is the first one. Isaac Hayes, as you know, Stax, writer, musician, musical genius. He was an actual, besides Martin Luther King, Isaac Hayes was a role model for me as a black man, okay? I accept role models of all kinds of people. They don't have to be black, but when it comes to the whole saga of being black in America and dealing with all that shit that goes with it, some significant people in my life when it comes to black people has been Martin Luther King, for one, my grandfather, to be honest, my dad, but my grandpa in some ways more so. I got to put it like that. Isaac Hayes has been another one, a role model, okay? Now, that album was fantastic, but I like the next one even better. And then the first one, isn't it? The first one is Movement, Isaac Hayes Movement? I forget. We used to have, I say we, I'm thinking of my sister, I'm thinking of you, Stephanie. We used to have all of them. But when this came out afterwards, it blew my mind. It was even better for me personally, musically, because Isaac has his nickname. The first and primary focus of the records was the music, how the music would go on for minutes before he would finally open his mouth. Another import Stax pressing. I love import pressings. And the music was magnificent. So on this one, You've Lost That Love and Feeling. The arrangement on that is fantastic, and I love playing along with it on the bass. Now, again, the other thing I have to say is, in the long run, it was the music that saved me, because when he started doing his raps and stuff, again, that's all directed towards lovemaking and women. And I myself am not focused on wanting to be with a woman all the time or have sex or have kids. And those are some of the things. I respect women. I have some good women friends. There's certain things that we can talk about and get along with. But ultimately, I enjoy the company of guys to talk about stuff. Okay, so that's why I'm not married. I don't want a woman in my house telling me what to do. That's the way it is. Tell me I'm lying. Bless them, though. One is nothing without the other. So I am so happy to have many wonderful women in my life. This has been real important recently. I haven't had to play it very many times. I just needed to play it to remind myself of the sound of this album. Paul Horn, Inside. He made this album inside the Taj Mahal. I'm thinking, if you can point at records that are truly groundbreaking, that set a precedent for things to come, this has got to be one of them when it comes to even beyond, I say beyond Brian Eno. This sets the precedent for ambient music and space music and the wonders of reverb. This is so deeply felt and just naturally spiritual and calming Paul Horn inside. Fantastic. Yeah, I still have not watched any movies. I have escaping into another reality through movies doesn't do it for me. That's what I see happening a lot with people. They escape into another reality, but they always have to come back. The thing about music is that it's connected to reality, so even when it takes me away, I'm still here. Massive Attack, Teardrop, remixes. What can be said? So fantastic. Very glad I got to see them live. Very glad. Played this again last night. I just got it. The finished record. I loved hearing from the person from Finland that said, I'm from Finland and I've never heard of them. This has happened in my life a lot, folks. It's, I really do consume music heavily. It's also why, and sometimes it has to do also with why, depending on how it's worded, some people's recommendations, it's like, just go away. It's like, just go away. I don't even think I need to explain it any further. It's just like, oh, just get out of here. You don't care about me. This is really, really, really good. Then it come to find out, oh man, what was this on? I don't think he makes videos anymore. Deuterino, cat down in, Hispanic guy down in Texas. Huge, amazing collection. We're still friends on Facebook. He sees me post this and he pops up and says, oh shit, I have a sealed original copy I've yet to open. I said, that is the bomb. I'm jealous. Yeah, also, wow. An original copy still sealed? Sitting on that? Come on. The Chameleons. Why call it anything? The first sight of this is exceptional and is almost up to the mark of their earlier best stuff. Then it kind of meanders. Well, those were the best ideas and the others are almost as good. But I love this band and I love this feeling. It's very emotional. It's very soulful. Mark Burgess is still a friend of mine and he talks to me. I love it. We're actual friends. And he is a person with a deep feeling soul and just the right kind of person to be associated with. This is just fantastic. Music is the best. Hadn't played this forever. The drummer of my band, Tim Cox, has become a big music collector since I've known him. And he's particularly into power pop and punk. He loves the band Penetration, and he was playing all their records yesterday and showing them. So it reminded me of this record I hadn't played in a while. So I pulled it and played. I think this is Pauline Murray's, her second solo album. I think the first one was with the Invisible Girls. Storm Clouds. This is good. It's just it's on the outside of what's considered mainstream pop, but that's just because it wasn't being played. This is really accessible and very good. So I showed it online and asked my friend Tim, well, do you have this? And he didn't even know about it. Okay. So like I said, I got my equilibrium back. I wrote it online, but I'll share it here. One of the ways that I am able to remain halfway together is I take seriously the wisdom that has been passed on through the ages. That there was a time after the hippie thing where higher knowledge was popular, so it was being disseminated. But I took it seriously, and I'm glad I did because it works. Now this is what I mean. Using perspective to keep one's center. So as I said, when you grieve loss. And sometimes when you open the well, a lot comes up. Many things have happened in the past for me and for you. Good things, bad things, things we wish could be better. But the thing is, it's not uncommon for people to dwell on the past way too long, ruminating and going over and over and basically wishing something else had happened when it's too late. It's done and over. What I've learned to do, which works, is you look at those things and you examine them. And what are they trying to tell you? What is it? What still hurts and what is there to be learned from it? And then move forward. We return to the present moment. It works because the pain of the past only hurts in the present moment when you call it up. It's not here. It's not the same as getting smacked in the face, literally, by someone in the room, okay? It works. So, am I still grieving for Wanda? I could tell you how many girlfriends I've had. It really hasn't been many. And I've already lost two. Two in my life have already died. So, that's part of why I really feel this so strong. So I'm still feeling it. But I have perspective. And so when I feel the waves of pain, emotional pain, I let it come through. I let it move through. And then I'm all right. Played this last night. Fantastic Plastic Machine. I believe it's a Japanese DJ. This is what I call sample-delic music. Like D-Light, the band D-Light. This is fun. That's the best way to put it, listening to this record. It's fun. I have two more. One of them I listened to last night and decided I'm not keeping it. It's like, this is a 12-inch single. It's remixes. It's one of his weaker tracks, so that's going. But this one is staying. Besides the album, this is another album, Luxury, Fantastic Plastic Machine. It goes back to the days of, like I said, D-Light and DJ Shadow, and when sampling, and J Dilla, when sampling was all the rage. Well, it's still a big part of how music is made. These are fun records. Fantastic Plastic Machine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it, Mark. I bet you're watching. But I'll tell you that the music will take more time for me to really find the true magic that must be there. I don't know who this person is. They contacted me through Facebook. I guess we're friends. I have a lot of people on Facebook who are friends. I'm full, 5,000. Every time someone leaves, there's a waiting list. A lot of people are like fans. But I look to see who they're associated with before I accept them. So perhaps that's how this person became in my friend list. I don't know this person, but it's a guy named Mark G. Connors. And he's an artist, a visual artist, and he makes music. And he told me he wanted to send me something. And I told him, well, you might want to tell me what it is. I might have it already. He said, nah, I want to take the risk. Not realizing that he was making an original piece of art to send me. This is not an album. This is his acrylic artwork to start with. That's the front. What's my initial impression? Do I like it? This is good. This is good. I'm an artist and I'm an art lover. So am I knocked out by it? No. I have to be honest, okay? Is it pretty good? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And now as I show it to you, I see it. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it, guys? Okay. And then here's the back. That's how I see it. This is the front, and this is the back. And on the inside, on another personally designed pieces of cardboard, is the CD of his music. Mark G. Connors' Aspects of Happenstance. My first listens to this is that there are moments of, this is experimental. I need to listen to it some more, okay? The thing that I heard that I thought was pretty good right away was number 8, Espial. The other thing I can say honestly, Mark, because I know you're going to watch this, is that some of it did strike me as it's homemade, and it sounds homemade, which is not a bad thing. But do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. It's very cool that you share this with me. This is obviously one of the more unique pieces in my collection. I guess I could say this is part of my one-of-a-kind collection. I have a few other pieces where I know I have the only one like it. There may be other copies of what's on the disc, but I have the only piece of art. Thank you, Mark, for sending this to me. I appreciate this very much, and I will be listening to it deeply, probably soon, maybe even today. I've hit the 20-minute mark, and a lot of times I just don't want to go much further so that I don't have to wait 2 hours. This will probably take an hour and a half to upload. So it's early enough that you should be able to see this in time to catch Higgs Corner today on Adult Swim's Stupid Morning Bullshit Show. 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 3 Mountain Time. I haven't seen it yet either, so I'm looking forward to it. And I will say a couple more things. Publicly, I hope they give me a show. I would like that. And I think it could do well for them as content. So make it happen. It's also an interactive show. You know, if you want Higgs Corner to be an actual show on Stupid Morning on Adult Swim, tell them today, okay? Tell them. 21,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I had one more thing I wanted to say. I hate it when it comes and it goes. Thank you, folks. It was something that I wanted to say. Damn it. Well, you'll just have to wait till next time. It's on the verge of coming back, but it's not. Okay? I'll talk to you soon, people. Take care. What was it?